Warning: failure to read, understand, and follow all manufacturer's warnings and instructions constitutes a misuse of this product and could result in serious injury or death. Please note that this video is not a replacement for the included harness instructions. Always be sure to carefully read and understand and follow all written directions and warnings before you attempt to use this product or any tree stand. Watch this video completely. Replay any sections you don't fully understand. You'll be glad you did. The maximum weight limit for the men's Pro and Sport is 300 pounds. The women's Pro and Sport is 250 pounds, and for the Sport Junior, the maximum weight limit is 200 pounds. These limits include you, plus all clothing and/or gear on your person at any given time. Do not exceed this limit. Learning to use your new Summit aftermarket safety harness with your Summit tree stand properly can make it your most valuable piece of equipment on a hunt. Please refer to your written instructions for a complete list of parts included with your new aftermarket safety harness. Each aftermarket harness contains a full-body safety harness with attached suspension relief strap, or SRS, safety rope with Prusik hitch, 2 locking carabiners, and written harness instructions. Before each use of this full-body fall arrest harness system, a thorough inspection of the system should take place. You should seek replacement of the full-body fall arrest harness system if any of the following occurs. If any part of the harness has been subjected to any type of shock loading or after arresting a fall. If any part of the harness has been subjected to any kind of overload for which it was not designed. If any type of fraying, rips, tears, cuts, corrosion wear, or any other type of damage on any part of the harness is present. If the manufacturer date tag is older than 5 years. You should always replace your safety harness every 5 years from the manufacturer's date. The date can be found on the warning label. Lineman's rope should be replaced every 2 years or sooner if any wear or damage is present, such as nicks, cuts, fraying, discoloring, or if the knots become loose. Warning: if a fall has occurred, you must replace the harness immediately by contacting Summit Tree Stands, LLC. This full-body fall arrest harness system has been designed to be used only as a safety device for hunting from elevated tree stands. Any other use is strictly prohibited. Warning: always check to make sure leg straps are secured around legs and buckled correctly before each use. Be sure the safety rope is attached correctly to the tether of the full-body harness. To prevent potential choking hazard, keep tether away from neck and prevent tether from looping under arms. If using harness under hunting clothes, make sure your hunting clothes are not tight around your neck. The harness will slide up if a fall occurs. Inspect the harness straps and rope for fraying, rips, tears, cuts, corrosion, wear, or any other type of damage prior to each use. If any of this damage or wear is present, discontinue use immediately and hunt from the ground. When using any version of the aftermarket safety harness, a second rope and carabiner may be purchased separately to safely use with any fixed position tree stand. Do not use this aftermarket harness unless a second lineman rope is present. To keep your harness tangle-free, always pick it up from the tether. To put the full-body harness on correctly, swing the unit over each shoulder. The back tether strap should hang freely behind. Make sure there are no twists in the shoulder webbing. Attach the waist belt by pushing the latch into the buckle until it is firmly seated. To release, push both ears forward on the buckle and pull the latch out. Adjust the waist strap by adjusting the 3-bar slide on the waist belt until snug. Adjust the 3-bar slide on each shoulder strap until the shoulder straps are comfortably snug. Buckle the chest belt by snapping the two ends together. To attach the leg strap, bring the leg strap behind your leg and then move it between your legs to the front. Leg straps are meant to go over or under the leg buckle strap. Insert the leg strap into the buckle just like the waist belt. To adjust the leg strap length, unbuckle the strap and adjust the length with the 3-bar slide and then rebuckle to check the fit. Repeat on your other leg. A properly connected harness should look like this. Locate the tether on the back of the harness and bring it over your shoulder for later use. Warning! Never be disconnected from the tree once you leave the ground until you return safely back to the ground. The adjustable Prusik hitch should be snug to the safety rope. It should be tight when sliding on the safety rope. If necessary, gently pull on the Prusik to increase the tension of the Prusik on the safety rope. To use your safety rope, put the looped end around the tree and then thread the knotted end and the adjustable Prusik hitch all the way through the loop on the other end of the safety rope. Then pull the safety rope tight and slide the Prusik hitch as close to the tree as possible. Warning! When attaching the harness safety rope to the tree, be sure the adjustable Prusik hitch has been fed completely through the loop at the end of the safety rope. Do this before you leave the ground. To connect your harness to the safety rope, open the Prusik hitch loop and insert the harness tether locking carabiner through the loop. Then screw the locking collar completely closed to secure the locking carabiner. Pull on the end of the Prusik hitch to secure it to the safety rope, and then tie an overhand knot in the safety rope about 5 inches under the Prusik hitch. This will help maintain your position on the safety rope in the event of a fall. Warning! Always confirm the carabiner locking collar has been completely screwed closed to secure the safety clip. Before climbing, position the safety rope as high on the tree as possible while still allowing yourself enough slack to sit on the tree stand climbing bar or seat. Make sure the safety rope is tight enough it does not slide down the tree while climbing, but loose enough to provide you some slack as well. When climbing, make frequent adjustment to the safety rope to coordinate with the tree stand movement, to maintain the least amount of slack climbing will allow. Continue to repeat these steps until you have reached your desired hunting height. Warning! It is unnecessary to climb higher than 15 feet off the ground. When you have achieved your hunting height, position the safety rope so that the tether on your harness is snug while you are in a seated position. Warning! While using a ladder stand, you may not be able to remain connected to the tree during the climb. Use extreme caution while ascending or descending the ladder. Take your time and do not hurry. Warning! Always maintain 3 points of contact when you climb the ladder section of this stand. Always lean forward as you climb. Carefully climb the ladder using 3 points of contact and leaning forward as you climb. Once you arrive to the foot platform, secure the safety rope to the tree by looping it around the tree and fully threading the knotted end of the rope and Prusik through the looped end of the rope. Push your prusik knot up the safety rope and ensure that it is tight against the tree. Pull down on the harness tether to ensure the safety rope and prusik are tight, and then ensure that the tether end of the harness is snug while you are in a seated position. If the rope is adjusted correctly, tie an overhand knot about 5 inches below the prusik loop. Ensure the tether end of the full body harness is snug while in seated position. When you are ready to descend, disconnect the tether from the safety rope and begin your descent. Remembering to use 3 points of contact with the ladder the entire length of the descent. Warning: a secondary rope and carabiner is required to be purchased separately to safely use a fixed position tree stand. Warning: never allow the prusik hitch to slide down the safety rope, allowing more tether length. The prusik hitch must be against the tree at all times. Warning: inspect all tied knots on the safety ropes prior to each use. If any knot on the prusik or the rope appears to be loose or worn, or if the prusik knot tag ends are less than 1.5 inch long, as stated on the warning tag on the prusik knot rope, discontinue use immediately and contact Summit Tree Stand for a replacement. The 2 loops sewn on the waist of your full body harness allow you to use the harness with a lineman-style climbing belt. Using a lineman-style climbing belt allows you to climb, install or remove climbing sticks, and install or remove your fixed position tree stand. Clip one of the locking carbineers to the looped end of the safety rope and then to one of the sewn-in lineman's loops attached to the harness. Next, put the safety rope around the tree. Once the safety rope is around the tree, clip the other locking carbineer to the adjustable prusik hitch on the safety rope and then to the sewn lineman's loop on the opposite side of the harness. For ease of operation, the prusik hitch should be on your strong side. Example: if you are right-handed, the prusik hitch will be easier to adjust if it is on your right side. As you ascend and descend the tree, you will be able to stay attached to your full body harness and the tree. To adjust your rope length, simply slide the adjustable prusik hitch forward or backward. If you encounter branches or limbs, you will alternate from your lineman's rope to your included safety rope. Stop at the obstacle. While supporting your weight with the lineman's belt, loop the harness safety rope around the tree above the obstruction and clip it into the sewn tether loop on your full body harness. At this point, you will be doubly connected to the tree. Then you can release your lineman's belt. Never detach your lineman's belt unless you are attached to the tree through the use of the tether strap. Once you are attached, remove the lineman's belt, relocate it above the obstruction, and reattach it. Repeat this process as often as needed, but remember to always stay connected to either the lineman's belt or tether strap that is attached to the tree. Once you have arrived to your fixed position tree stand and are ready to sit, Secure the safety rope to the tree as previously mentioned. This must be done with the lineman's belt still attached to the tree, making you doubly connected. Once you have safely attached the safety rope to the tree and are securely connected, you can remove the lineman's belt that you used climbing up. Do not remove until your tether strap has been securely attached to the tree and you are doubly connected. Now, being connected to the tether of the full body harness, move up the climbing aid. Once your feet are above the platform of the stand, you may step down onto the platform from your climbing aid. Note, you may want to practice this at ground level to get used to the process. Never be disconnected from the tree at any time for any reason. Once in your stand, position the safety rope as high as possible while still allowing you room to sit comfortably in the tree stand seat. Cinch the rope tight to the tree, and then pull down on the full body harness tether to ensure it is tight against the tree. The length of the harness tether must be minimized at all times. It should be adjusted so that it is above your head with no slack in the sitting position. Warning: prolonged harness suspension may be fatal. If rescue personnel cannot be notified, you must have a plan to recover, escape before hunting. Warning: self-extraction may become necessary if any of the following become true. No one knows your location. Your communication efforts are exhausted. You're confident you have the strength, dexterity, and ability to perform self-extraction. You decided this is your absolute last resort. It is important to carry a device to assist with self-extraction. Simple devices such as screw-in steps or a rope like the Summit Tree Descender will allow you to remove the weight from your harness. This may enable you to return to the tree stand, ladder, or climbing steps, or slowly descend the tree. Summit provides a suspension relief strap with all of its harnesses. Using this strap can help alleviate suspension trauma. It is important someone knows your hunting location and time of return. It is also important that you carry on you an emergency communications device such as a cell phone with service from your hunting position, two-way radio, whistle, signal flare, or a personal locator device. Warning: if stated devices are not present, hunt from the ground. Warning: if you have to hang in a tree before help arrives, you need to exercise your legs by pushing off from the tree, raising your knees to your chest, or by using the attached suspension relief strap. Warning: suspension relief strap must be on your person and accessible while using your full body harness. The steps listed next assume you are hanging in a full body harness after a fall. In the event of a fall, retrieve the suspension relief strap, SRS, from the storage pouch on the side of the harness. One end of your suspension relief strap will be pre-attached to your harness. Tie the other end of the suspension relief strap to the harness belt loop on the opposite side. Make sure that your suspension relief strap is placed so the large loop it forms is just above the ankles. Place both feet in the loop and stand up to relieve the pressure from the harness leg straps. You might have to readjust the length of the suspension relief strap loop if considerable pressure is still felt on the leg straps. Practice and review your relief, recover, and escape plans at ground level prior to each hunt. Thank you for taking the time to read, watch, and understand the instructions for your Summit product. Knowing how to use your full-body fall arrest harness system and tree stand can be the difference between life and death. Remember, a successful hunt means taking the time to inspect your full-body fall arrest harness system and tree stand before each use, as well as properly wearing your full-body fall arrest harness system and properly using your tree stand. It is important to never hunt without telling someone your location. Enjoy using your Summit product.